It's Saturday, June 28th, 2025. I'm TC Kirkham, and this is the Kirkham Report.
TC Kirkham, the Kirkham Report.
Hey everybody at VC, thanks for dropping by. This is the Kirkham Report. I'm TC Kirkham, TKR Video Central. Going to be just mostly a pile-on, another pile-on, and a few odds and ends. Pretty short this week because I got a lot of stuff going on, and I will tell you about in the next couple of weeks. Right now, though, let's hit out of the box, shall we? Out of the box this week, another gigundo pile of VCLT 45s from my pal Mary at Two Hip Chicks. She also sent some CDs. I'll talk about those too. I'm really lucky now because I would spend a fortune with them. As you guys know, I'm a big 45 guy. But the stuff that they've been sending, some of it, this lot is a lot of comedy, and I mean a lot of novelty records. There's some other stuff in here too, but I don't have any of these. These go way back, and I know some of them because they used to be regulars on the Dr. Demento show. But these are great, and I can't thank Mary enough for thinking of me. She knows I'll give these 45s a loving home. These are still, as she has made it clear to me, all of these VCLT ones are not play graded. They might be a little cracked or they might be dirty, and I need to do that myself, which is no problem at all, and I really appreciate it. And I got another one coming, and a couple more coming, I think. I don't know. We'll see where it all ends up by the end of the summer. But I'm gonna, should I turn on? Let's see if the light's gonna screw up the camera. No, it'll make it easier for you to see the titles because some of these don't. These are all pretty cool though, and I'm very glad to have them. And a lot of them I don't know, but some of them I do. There's quite a collection of Buchanan and Goodman in here. Easy Pickin' by the Tasman. I have no idea what that is. We will find out. The Last Blast of the Blasted Burglar. ABC Paramount. Narration by Sonny Giannotta. Look at that vintage ABC Paramount sleeve. Oh, I love those. The Mouse, Soupy Sales. I didn't even know Soupy Sales made records. That's interesting. Something or Other by Sir Raleigh and the Coupons. Really? Oh my God, what a name. Do you guys are, not very many people will still remember this, although they might remember the Camel Cash from the 80s and 90s. Back then, Raleigh, Bel Air, and other cigarette brands would put little coupons on the back, and it was like green stamps. You could cash them in. My mother was a long-time smoker, and she smoked Bel Airs for years, and we had a ton of those things when I was a kid. Mac the Knife by Dean and Jean. I don't know who that is. I also can't tell. Ooh, it's not showing up. If Rust Records, it is a promotional copy, not for sale. I was like, I don't remember that label. Bethlehem Records, Seagrams by the Viceroys. I'm not sure who they are. I don't know a lot of these people. Who Wants to Dream Tonight on Rocket Records from Dusty Lane. Pretty Little Dreamer, Nick Danger. Wasn't that a Firesign Theater character? Barstow Records. It doesn't give the year on this, does it? No. So I can't tell if it's the same thing. Route 66 theme. Oh yeah, there's a lot of instrumental stuff in here too. She knows I love that stuff. From Nelson Riddle. I will save these for later. Immigrant Song, Led Zeppelin, which I wasn't even aware was out on a single. That's interesting. I thought it was an album track. We Love You Beatles by the Carefrees. I wonder if that's anything like Bay City Rollers, We Love You by the Tartan Horde, which was out in the 70s when they were hot. I'm All Ears, Los Brovos. The Ventures and their hit version of the theme from Hawaii Five-0. Daddy and Bye Bye Blackbird from Julie London. And Blue Moon and I Guess I'll Have to Change My Plan by Julie London. I'm surprised these got out of the house. I know Dawn is a huge Julie London fan, so they must have had extras or they got duplicates on those. You Let a Love Burn Out by We Five. That's the band that did You Were on My Mind back in the 60s. I brought that up too. I featured this on my Eurovision Hits special. Never expected to get an actual vinyl copy. This is Love is Blue by Claudine Longet. This is in French. This is the only version in the native language that hit the American charts. Everything else was an English translation or an instrumental. Quite Rightly So, Procol Harum. Love at First Sight by the 101 Strings Orchestra. I have to say here, I never realized they did singles. I have quite a number of albums by the 101 Strings, most of which I purchased from Don and Mary. But I love those. They're just great background music. Cowboys Don't Die by the DeCastro Sisters. At My Front Door on Abna Records. I love that label. D. Clark. Abna. If you're my age, you'll get that. There's a New Man. Oh, so I'll say that too. Postmark NYC by Phoenix. I don't know them. A promo from ABC. A New Kind of Love. Detroit Roadrunners. Is that the band that Mitch Ryder used to do? That was Detroit Wheels, wasn't it? Yeah. And a song my wife absolutely can't stand because it's so earwormy that you can't get it out of your head. And this was a big hit in 71. Chirpy Chirpy Cheep Cheep by Mac and Katie Sisson. I actually had this on Obscuria a couple of years ago. There's also some other stuff in here. A couple of which I have already. One of which I have already because I bought it from them on a whatnot sale. So I have two. We'll have some interesting giveaways in the future. This is not one of those though. I actually have been planning to do a feature on spoken word hit records. Spoken word hit records are exactly what they say they are. They usually have a background of some sort of music, but they're spoken. They're like narration. This one was a top 10 hit in 1967 or 68. I had never heard it until I started doing some research on it. And I was going to buy the album. Now I don't need to because I have the single. An Open Letter to My Teenage Son by Victor Lundberg. This was a top 10 hit, like I said. I think it hit number 9 on the Billboard Hot 100. It's basically a man watching over his 16-year-old son as he sleeps and is telling him, always blah, 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 you will always have our support. But if you evade the draft, we don't know you. And this, of course, was a Vietnam-era song. And Dick Clark recorded an answer song to this called An Open Letter to My Parents or something like that. It's heavy. There's this one. There's a New Man in the White House by the Senators. I'm not sure who that is, or if this is music or comedy. I'm assuming it's both. And then there's a series. This one is not by the other one, but this is the one I picked up on Whatnot a couple years back when Dawn and Mary had a copy. I know that one's in pristine shape. This one appears to be in pretty good shape also. Report to the Nation, Parts 1 and 2 by Winkley and Nutley. It's a cut-in record where they're doing, news reports and answering with song clips, which are the same way all four of these are. These are all from Buchanan and Goodman. The Goodman part of that is Dickie Goodman. I will be doing a special of his music in about a week. These are all on the Luniverse Records, and they are all part of that series, or they did a series of them. They're not all part of that, but they were all part of the same era. This is Buchanan and Goodman on Trial. Flying Saucer the second. Flying Saucer was the first hit. The Banana Boat Story and the Mystery in Slow Motion. And The Flying Saucer Goes West. I have The Flying Saucer Parts 1 and 2 somewhere. I don't remember if I have it. I may not. I had it on digital. I don't know if I have a 45 of it or not. But I'm a huge Dickie Goodman fan. I grew up listening to him and his silly cut-in records as a kid. And I have the Greatest Hits album somewhere. And, of course, he was always on Dr. Demento. And he actually did have a major hit with Mr. Jaws in 1975, which peaked at number 3, I believe. It was definitely a big hit. Mary also sent along some CDs, and I have ripped them. I haven't had a chance to listen to them yet. One of which I won't, because it's Christmas music. I'll wait till Christmas time. Well, Christmas in July is coming up, so we'll see. Ray Tarantino, Recusant. This is from 2007. I know the name, but I don't know why. So, we'll see. This is a sampler called Convergence. David Arkenstone and David Lance. Both artists featured frequently on Celestial Journeys, my contemporary pop instrumental, smooth jazz, and classic instrumental show that I do on Wednesdays. Visions of Love. This is Jim Brickman with special guest artists on it. Another artist I feature on that show. Acoustic Alchemy, another artist from that show. American English. And David Foster, the Christmas album. Surprisingly, I have never picked this up, so I'm very glad that this has been sent to me by Mary. Mary, thank you again. And I know I have one more pile already here. I haven't gone through it yet. And I know I have a couple more coming. I don't know what's going to be in those piles. She's surprising me. She's not telling me anything. She's like, I want you to be surprised. Which I always am. I love that kind of stuff. I do know some of the stuff that's coming in the next shipment because we talked about it when we were doing a live stream chat with each other last week. But I don't know everything, so that's always fun. Mary, you are awesome, and you're so great to think of me. Thank you for the wonderful VCLT, and I will always give them a good home. And that is out of the box for this week.
Hey gang, we've got merch. Show off your love for all things TKR. Find t-shirts and more in the TKR swag shop. Click on the link in the show description. 2 solid hours of your favorite dance music classics. Crank up the speakers, turn on the mirror ball, and trip the life fantastic. It's Saturday Night Disco Party. Saturdays 11 p.m. US ET, TKR Video Central on YouTube. A different top hits countdown from hundreds of radio stations around the world each week. Radio Retro Countdown, Sundays 4 p.m. US ET, TKR Video Central on YouTube. TC's personal music charts, week by week, year by year, from the beginning. TKR's Classic Charts Countdown, Mondays 4 p.m. US ET, TKR Video Central on YouTube. Jump into the time machine and find out the #1 hits of a chart year from a variety of music sources. Flashback tracks, Thursdays, 4 p.m. USET. TKR Video Central on YouTube.
Coming up Monday on Finding Your Music Mojo, live with TC and Dawn, the proposed topic is Golden Oldies, and that will be talking about some of the songs that we liked as kids that we remember our parents playing or hearing on the radio, oldies radio. I have a hard time with doing oldies because I have a few collections, so I know there's some good songs from the 50s and 60s. I think everybody does. But I never was into it as a kid. Some kids do get into older music. But there are selected ones I love, and I will go over those, and Dawn will do the same. On this coming week, Finding You Music Mojo, that is Monday, live at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific, if you're watching on the Pacific Coast. And I hope that you will check that out. Now, as far as the hosted shows go, again, until I get my lighting and my camera done, I am not doing influencers, I am not doing Vinyl Recall, and I'm not doing Label Nova until we get everything fixed up here. And blast tracks and any of the new stuff. But I still have not been able to figure out what's going on. The Brio worked for about 4 days, and then it stopped working again. I don't know why these camera problems are happening. I do get every now and then I'll get a da-dong, da-dong, da-dong from the computer telling me there's a camera issue, but I can't find it. I've looked everywhere. I've even had a maintenance program in there looking around, and I can't find it. So hopefully we'll get it done shortly. But all the other shows I do will be up. The long form shows, which are Friday Night Hair Salon, Friday nights at 9, Saturday Night Disco Party, Saturdays at 11, and AM 70s, Sundays at 8 p.m. All of those, plus Celestial Journeys, Wednesdays at 1 p.m. All of those are 2-hour long-form shows with music, and I hope you enjoy those. And, of course, the countdown shows will be back, as always, the flashback tracks and radio retro and classic charts. All those are going up as normal. It's been fun getting those shows back up and running because, I mean, it means I'm actually coming to the end of the repair jobs after 6 months almost, because it was a little bit more than 6 months because it happened December 26th and it's now June 28th. So, and I found another box of CDs I haven't ripped yet. A huge box of like maybe 300 CDs. So I still have a bunch of CDs to rip. The good news is I will be off from the 4th through the 15th of July, taking it off from work to get everything finally freaking finished, and figure out what, if I have to take the computer into Micro Center to figure out the camera thing, I'm going to, because I'm tired of dealing with it. But all the usual shows will be up at the usual times, except those hosted shows. I want to wait till the new camera set up, until the camera is fixed and I have the new camera in and the lighting setup finished, and I'm still working on that too. Professor Carlson, when it comes to a studio tour, that will be happening once I get everything finished, so you can stop harping about it, okay? Thank you. I'm just kidding.
An hour of lively discussion about music from two huge music fans. Finding Your Music Mojo with TC and Dawn. Live alternate Mondays, 7 p.m. USET. TKR Video Central and 2 Hip Chicks on YouTube, and TKR Video Central on Twitch. If she's thinking about it, you know she's bound to have an opinion on it. Kim Takes On. Alternate Tuesdays, 7 p.m. USET. TKR Video Central on YouTube. How much do you know about chart hits from a particular year or a particular topic? Find out. Play the TKR Pop 50 Challenge. Saturdays, 11 a.m. USET. TKR Video Central on YouTube.
Everybody's had some atrocious weather this week too, and if you guys need weather information, I have links to a lot of storm chaser sites and storm coverage sites. Oh, excuse me. Yeah. On PNR WeatherCentral, you can go over there, and I have a whole bunch of channels that are on the subscriptions list, and you can go over and find them. I highly recommend Ryan Hall, y'all, My Weather Radar group, or My Radar Weather News, and Max Velocity. Those three are the live streams that handle all the live coverage of storms. They are terrific to have on in the stormy weather. And I know it's been bad in the Midwest this week. I mean, first it was down south. Now this last few days it's been Iowa, Minnesota, Wisconsin, North Dakota, South Dakota. It's been a mess. And way later than tornado season, which runs out tomorrow or Monday. And we're just getting into our storm season. Massachusetts usually gets its severe weather in June and July. We haven't really had any yet, so this coming week we probably will, because I know there's supposed to be some coming through. In any case, I won't see you again before the 4th of July, so I hope everybody will be enjoying that this coming Friday. I am still working on the tribute to that's terrible. His name has suddenly slipped my mind. Mr. Nichols. I can't remember his first name. Roger Nichols? Paul Williams, songwriter, a partner, who passed away about a month ago, and I've been prepping a special for that. And I was going to do it as part of Obscuria, then I had a couple more passings come in, so this whole next week on Obscuria is all in memoriam tributes to those people, and there'll be a couple more the following week, because we've had a whole slew of them in the last 2 weeks that I haven't had time to get to, and I had this week's already planned. But those will be coming up this week on Obscuria as well, which is Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific, so please watch it. As always, if you've already subscribed to the channel, I really thank you. I cannot thank you enough. And if you haven't, please do. If you see fit, join our Patreon. It's $4 a month. It went up from $3.99 to $4. The Patreon Plus level has been temporarily suspended because I'm having trouble figuring out how to load video into YouTube from Patreon. It's not working. I've tried it a couple of times. I tried it with hair metal and I tried it with disco, and I couldn't get either one of them to work right. So I'm not able to offer early shows yet, and I'm not going to offer that higher tier until I do. So as soon as I get things figured out, there will be, I don't know, I might offer them at the regular tier. Well, you never know. Anyway, join our Patreon if you can, because we could certainly use the extra boost to help us keep in records. And I hope that you all have a wonderful holiday season. And it's going to be hot weather. I mean, if you've lived through this last week up here in this heat wave we've had, I know it was hitting Dawn and Mary a few days ago, and Jim in Midland, Michigan, who was away for most of it, had it too, and now we have had it. Finally broke. Oh my goodness. I don't know why I'm yawning so much. It finally broke yesterday for the most part, but it is still hella outside. It's rainy and damp. It's not as hot. The temperatures are lower, but the humidity is still up. So, yeah, wonderful summertime. Yep. In any case, I hope you will enjoy the Roger Nichols special that's coming up. I also have a special coming up of music surrounding politics in the 70s and 80s from the always inimitable late great Dickie Goodman. I'll be having that up in the next week too, and I hope you'll check that out, and a few other things. As always, I never know what's going up on the channel except the regular stuff, but there might be other specials coming in the future. You never know, so you better keep watching to find out. And please leave a comment. Too many people. I've been getting 600 listens to AM 70s and 2 comments. Come on, people. Let me know how I'm doing. If you like AM 70s, I want to know. If you like Hair Salon, if you like Disco Party, leave me a comment. I always know I'm doing okay that way. If you don't leave a comment, I'm going to be sad. You don't want to make my sad Pikachu face. Pikachu. Don't make me do that, okay? In any case, I hope you all have a wonderful week. Have a great 4th. Stay safe. Don't blow your hands off with fireworks where it's legal. And I will see you next Saturday right here, Same TKR time, same TKR channel. Until then, I'm TC Kirkham, TKR Radio Central on the Kirkham Report, wishing you a wonderful week. Ciao, baby.